Hey guys! So today we're creating a no makeup look, a no foundation makeup look. Why? Because I didn't have time to do that in the morning. For me, it's what, 4 p.m. right now, and unfortunately, I had a lot of work to do, and I couldn't do my makeup in the morning. And now I have to run some errands and I really want to look a little bit put together. I also didn't have a lot of sleep last night, so that's the reason why I look even worse than I usually do. So I'm gonna show you like this quick makeup look that I do in order to feel put together, I guess, in order to feel more confident, because I do have quite a lot of things to be done this afternoon and evening. So yeah, I just want to feel, well, just a tiny little bit more put together, just a tiny little bit, out there, and maybe a little bit more awake, because every time I use some makeup, I do feel more awake, if you know what I mean. I don't think that a lot of people have that, but when I don't do my makeup in the morning, I'm not as effective as I am when I do my makeup. So, because I do need to, you know, do a lot of things today, I still want to put on some makeup. So I just applied the Glow Recipe Dew Drops. What I'm gonna do, I'm going to apply this spray on top, because we do need like this more, I don't know, dewy skin in order for this look to work. So that's exactly what I'm gonna do. And because I'm not gonna be using any foundation, I'm going to be using my concealer, because I still have, the under eye circles and things like that. And I'm going to be using some cream products to bring some life to this face. So it's going to be the Rare Beauty liquid contour in the shade Gentle, the Huda Beauty liquid blush in the shade Cotton Candy, and I'm going to be using a little bit of highlighter from Rare Beauty as well. This one is a mini and it's Enlighten, I think. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna apply concealer straight away. First thing, I will apply the contouring. Just a little bit. This contouring is quite pigmented, so not too much. Just a few dots here and here, just like that. I do like to contour my nose to have like this button nose. Straight away, I'm adding the blush to that as well. We're going to be blending everything together. Again, just a little tiny dot, because this blush is also quite pigmented. I don't think I have a mirror here. And a tiny little dot here, here, and here as well. So we have that. Now, what are we gonna do? We're gonna blend this all together, and I'm gonna just pick up a brush to do that. And using like stippling motions. Oh my god, see, I cannot even talk. That's what I'm talking about when I'm saying that I feel more put together when I do my makeup, because if I don't, I'm just not effective at all. I do have this blush from Kaleidos here. I'm gonna be using this as my mirror, because I forgot to bring a mirror and I don't want to go to a different room right now to look for that mirror. So just blending everything, we dot it like that. And no worries if it's just a little bit more pigmented, because I'm gonna add some concealer and it's gonna look differently once I'm done blending everything and adding all the products. So just like that, blending this side as well. As you can see, I'm not being like too precise, just blending, because it's gonna, I don't know, the concealer usually brings it all together, this look. And this is just something easy, just to run errands, and that's it. So now I'm applying the concealer, and basically I'm applying it kind of like everywhere almost, but mostly under the eyes because I do need the most coverage there. Then a little bit on the cheeks, a little bit on the nose, on the chin because I do have like post acne scarring here and things like that, and on the middle of the forehead, just like that. So only where I need the coverage, basically everywhere. But because I don't want to use foundation today, this is how I'm gonna do that. And again, blending everything out. I'm trying not to cover the contouring and the blush because I don't want the product to layer there. I'm just kind of blending it in the places where we didn't apply anything to. I know I look crazy right now, but you know, it's gonna look good. Well, at least enough for me to run errands and feel put together. So just like that. Again, let me see in the mirror. If I find on this stage, if I find that I kind of over blended the blush and the contouring and things like that, I'm just gonna add a little bit more to those areas. But still, this way it's so much, I don't know, more effective, quicker than if I would do it the other way around and, you know, using the foundation and then applying everything on the foundation. Right now I'm just trying to see where I need a little bit more of color, and I'm just using the brush that I used to blend everything out, and obviously it has, you know, some product residue on it, and kind of adding. If I see that I need something more, well, on this side I can see that I need just a little bit more. So I'm just gonna repeat the steps, take the liquid contouring, a little tiny dot. Maybe I'll add everywhere for you guys to see because I can see that it's not very visible at the moment. And again, taking the blush from Huda Beauty. Just dot, 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 dot. And blending. Again, not very precise. If we do have a lot of product like that, I'm just gonna take the sponge and kind of blend over it just a little bit. Not even blend, but like kind of press it in. And now it looks good already. Same thing on the nose. And if I can see that my nose is very red, I'm just gonna apply what is left from my concealer on the center, and that's it. And same thing everywhere else. Done. I do like these products a lot because these products look very, very skin-like. And obviously, especially if you apply them to the skin and not using foundation, they look so, I don't know, natural, so glowy and, you know, kind of like I had good skin, as if I had good skin. Okay, and basically that's about it. For the face, there's just one more thing. I do want to add a little bit more concealer to the under eye area because, I mean, it is, I don't know, a little bit dark. Again, sorry. Not enough sleep and a lot of work in the morning. These are the results. Okay, that is so much better. I don't know what about you guys, but I don't know what is it about me that I feel that I'm not put together and not ready to work if I don't have makeup on. It's maybe, I don't know, it's kind of psychological thing, I guess, because for years and years I've been working in the office with a lot of business trips. And I think that's the reason why, you know, every morning I would even do my makeup in my car because you know, it would be like 6:30 a.m. I would be in my car and, you know, doing my makeup like 15 minutes and maximum 15 minutes, well dressed and, you know, going to work, wearing heels and things like that. But I think lately, because I don't know, because I've been working from home for the past few years, I think, what, 3 years? I've been working mostly at home. I still do have some business trips and things like that, but most of my meetings are online meetings. I think I just got used to the habit of doing my makeup and then going to work, that now, even though I'm working from home most of the time, I still kind of need to do it in order to feel prepared to work. I don't know, remote workers, if you're here, let me know if you have the same issue. I mean, obviously the ones who were doing makeup before that, because that's what I have. Okay, with me chit-chatting here, I'm just gonna check my concealer. Okay, and now I'm gonna just set the center of my face. I'll be using my Huda Beauty powder. It's a mini in the shade Pound Cake, sorry. I just almost dropped you. I'm just gonna put a little bit on my hand. I'm gonna grab my puff and lightly set my under eye area. Oh my god, what's going on here? And my cheeks, because I do have enlarged pores in this area right next to my nose, and I want them to be a little bit more blurred on my nose as well, because yeah, I've got an oily nose, unfortunately. So I need to set my foundation, or not the foundation, but any products that I use under my eyes and on my nose. Just like that, and some residue that is left on the powder to the center of my face. You see, now I feel so much better. Now I feel so much more put together. If I wouldn't be talking, my makeup would be done already. Now I'm gonna prime my lids and let them sit for like a few seconds while I'm gonna add highlighter to my face. This is the ColourPop Party Proof eye primer. So just blending it. This one is in the shade Caramel, and you can see it has like this slightest kind of yellowish tint, but once you apply something on top, you're not gonna see that at all. It's mostly translucent. I've been using the translucent one, and you know, obviously it was very, very translucent. But this one, this one is supposed to be like for medium skin tones, but as you can see, it looks fine with my light skin tone as well. So now I'm gonna grab the Rare Beauty highlighter. I do have a mini version in the shade Enlighten. I'm just gonna dab it on the high points of my face. This is so good. It's blinding, but looks natural at the same time. I cannot explain that. It doesn't emphasize the texture, it doesn't emphasize the pores. It just gives this really, really nice highlighting effect. And I'm applying it right here as well. I do like my forehead to be shiny, but not in the center where I get oily, but kind of here on the side. And then on my nose, just a tiny bit as well, and on the tip of my nose. On the upper lip, like that. It's kind of this 2016 highlighting method. I think I got stuck in that era, but you know, just using different products, because at that time we were using really, really blinding highlights. Now we're using these more like luminous, I don't know, sheer, natural looking highlights. But the placement is more or less the same. I remember I used to highlight kind of this bottom part of the lower lip line, or how would you call that? Like, I don't know, the sides of your mouth, but on the bottom right here, and I remember that when you do that, your lower lip looks like, you know, it's so much bigger. So because again, it's a quick makeup look, I'm not gonna add too many products. I'm just gonna grab, where is it? I'm just gonna grab this blush. It's from Natasha Denona. It's the My Mini Dream Glow Blush. There you go. It has 3 shades, and I'm gonna be using it as my eyeshadow today. I'm just gonna take the middle shade right here, which is this kind of, I don't know how to explain it, muted mauve kind of shade. On the other eye as well. Not much blending, you know, just throwing it on just like that. And we have a highlighter here as well, so I'm gonna use that on the lid, kind of basically all over as well. And now taking the deepest shade from here and lining my bottom lash line. Adding a little bit of the deepest shade to the outer corners, like that. Now, I'm grabbing my NYX Lift and Snatch Brow Pen and creating this tiniest little wing. If you have been watching my lives, you already know that, you know, I have to have a wing, even if it's no makeup look. At least this tiniest little wing. Like that. And the other eye as well. Well, obviously. Like that. I think this one is a little bit bigger. I need to add to this one. Oh, Grace, hi. Hi, nice to see you. How are you doing? Okay. So just like that. Oops. And now my mascara. Again, my usual thing, Sky High mascara. If I need a quick makeup look, I'm always gonna use this one because I know that this gives me a lot with just one coat. Even the no makeup look. You know, one coat and I look like I have lashes. It's always the most quiet part of my streams because when I do the liner and the lashes, I'm usually quiet and trying to focus to have like the best result. Because after the stream I have things to do. So obviously I don't want to look crazy. But again, today I'm just doing something that is going to make me feel awake, that is going to make me feel me. No, it's not gonna feel me, but something that is going to make me just, you know, feel that I'm ready to roll, that I'm ready to do things. I'm really much more energetic when I have makeup on, even if I don't have like a lot of makeup on. And I kind of become, I don't know, more effective, more motivated to do things when I have the makeup on. I don't know how it works, but it works. All right, so we've got the eyes. we've got the face, and now we're just gonna add lips. And for every day, I love this pencil from Maybelline. It's the Lifter. Let me just actually quickly check what shade is it, because I've been showing it quite often. It is an alternative to Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk, and as you can see, you know, I've been using it a lot. I already have another one. And let me just quickly check what shade is that, because I don't remember. And I've been talking about it so much that, you know, now I feel bad for not mentioning the shade. So it is, wait. And this line, the shades in this line, they are all like very, very similar. The names are very, very similar. Line leader, big lift, out of line, everything connected to lines basically. And obviously because of that, you know, I'm kind of all over the place with the names. I cannot remember them. This one is line leader. Okay, yeah, this is the shade, I think. Let me see. Yeah, because big lift is deeper. I also have that one, but this one is line leader. And usually for every day, I do overline a lot sometimes. Because of my upper lip, it's not non-existent. So I do overline, and let me show you that. I overline only this middle part, basically. Like that. And then coming back to my natural lip on the side. And because this liner is so, I don't know, it's so long lasting that I don't mind, because I know that it's not going to budge, it's not going to look weird, it's going to look normal. See? The difference, so huge. The bottom lip I just line normally because I don't need to overline that one. I do kind of blend it a little bit with my finger. Like that. And shading in the corners. Just like that. And for every day, again, I love using glosses mostly. Sometimes a lipstick, but something a little bit more natural, not matte and you know, long wearing. I would prefer to have something more natural, so I don't have to check is my lipstick okay and things like that. I just know that I have to reapply the gloss, and that's it. And I cannot find my gloss. Where is it? Okay. Okay, I can't find it. I just had it right here. Does that happen to you a lot as well? Did I take it somewhere? What did I do? Oh, no, it's right here. This is, by the way, my everyday makeup bag that I use for like cases like this when I just need to get ready quickly, and that's it. And I mean, let's add some tint. This is tint from, it's the water tint from Etude House. I'm just gonna add a little bit in the center like that, and blend it as soon as possible, because this one stays. I think I was talking about this one in yesterday's stream or a few days ago, and I said that this one is very, very similar to the Benetint, the original one, but this one does not get into the lines. It doesn't settle in the lines, so that's why it looks much more natural. Now I'm using the Fenty gloss. This one is a mini because I carry it in my bag usually, in the shade Sweet Tooth? No, Sweet Mouth. So just like that, we have this everyday makeup look without using foundation, just using the other complexion products. And I think the result is actually quite good because when I do makeup like that, I usually just need to look put together. Not to look put together, to feel put together. And when I do this kind of makeup look, I feel like that. And I also feel, I don't know, alive, glowy. You can see that, the complexion products are glowy, but the center of my face is blurred, especially this area, because I am very, very concerned about that area. Sorry, I was reading the comments. Funny. So yeah, now let's recap, right? For the people who are, I don't know, who didn't see the beginning, or for those of you who are watching a recap. So, first up, Glow Recipe Dew Drops, prime my face. Then I used the spray, the Revolution Hydrate and Fix spray. Then for the complexion, Rare Beauty in the shade Gentle for contouring, and Huda Beauty in the shade Cotton Candy, just a little bit. Then adding the Rare Beauty highlight in the shade Enlighten, conceal with Fenty Beauty. What else did I use? Huda Beauty powder, again a mini. The reason why I have so many minis is because, this is my everyday emergency makeup bag and I usually put the minis there. So I have more space and can put more products that I need for on like everyday basis. And for example, if I'm leaving for a business trip, I'm just gonna grab this bag and that's it. I don't need anything else on my trip. For the eyes, we used this tiny blush from Natasha Denona, my mini dream blush. Sky High mascara. Well, and basically that's it. The Lift and Snatch brow pan, the liner line leader from Maybelline, Etude House tint, and Fenty Beauty gloss in Sweet Mouth. So this is the look. Usually when I do this look, it takes me like what, about, well, maximum 15 minutes, because that's exactly the look that I usually did in my car before going to work when I used to work in the office. So yeah, that's about it for today. Just like a quick stream for you guys to see what I do, not to use foundation, but to feel and look put together. Now I'm gonna run and run my errands and do the things that I need to do. And thank you so much for watching. I hope you liked this stream. If you did, then please subscribe to the channel and I hope to see you again. Have a good day, evening, or morning, depending where you are, and I'll see you later. Bye bye.